Hi guys, this is Ravenclaw Whiff. Welcome back to another Whiff story. Now, tomorrow I will be working on the next part of What If Deku Was an Android. But I'm also going to do a new one with plus that, so I'm going to work on What Deku Was an Android in this one. So I know I said I wasn't going to stop making new ones, but my creative juices start working, and I just had to do this idea. I just had to get this out of my head. So this is what if Deku was a Sith Lord, Part 0. Now, let's run some information down before we begin our story. Sorry, guys. Oh, and I want to thank everyone for subscribing to my channel. I didn't realize when I changed my titles from Izuku Midoriya to Deku that my channel, my subscriber count would jump this high. I'm like very close to decent close to I think 300. Yeah, 300. I'm at like let's do this. See what my thing's at, because it's 263. Pretty darn close. So I want to thank you guys for subscribing and watching my terrible what ifs. But like I said when I first started this channel that I do this for entertainment for myself. So thank you for subscribing and comment down below of my what ifs. I do appreciate feedback, all that. So let's run some information down after we got that sappy stuff out of the way. Now, this what if is this is gonna be quite similar kind of style. How my female Deku was born in a Voltech vault. It's gonna be my own story, my own version of the story of the Star Wars universe with Jedis and Sith and all that 9 yards. As this is going to be a male Deku, of course, for this one, because my Voltech Deku is a female now. So and there's no quirks in this world. I'm just making the characters, at least Deku, and I know the three main characters I have in the story, going to be in the story so far, is Inko Midoriya, Asashi, and Izuku Midoriya, known as his Sith name is going to be, when he gets to that point, he's going to be called Darth Deku. So, and I don't know what to have, Inko's, Darth name. I'm just going to call her Darth Inko, just, because it's more convenient that way. Let's run to our story now. As we start our story as, a young girl with green hair and green eyes, as an older lady in her 30s, as she's teaching the young girl proper saber forms. I don't know what type of saber form to give Izuku, so maybe I'll give him one, and if you guys know what I'm talking about, because I'm not sure you guys know a whole lot about Star Wars, but I'm probably not going to get into the forms, because that could be very confusing, because there's a lot of them. So let's continue. As she's like, Acolyte, pronounce the Sith code now. As we're going to cut to here, because I have pictures. As she says, peace is a lie. There is only passion. Through passion, I gain strength. Through strength, I gain power. Through power, I gain victory. Through victory, my chains are broken. The force shall set me free. As the lady says, again, as she's trying to, dig that into her head. I want you to repeat this code until it's ingrained in your memory. I expect much from you, daughter. As you know, she's like, yes, mother. As the years progress, she's a bit older. Let's just say she's about in her early 20s. As Inko and her mother are practicing saber fights with her lightsaber, as Inko's lightsaber is going to be red because she's a Sith. She's an acolyte, but she's progressed through the Sith title. And short pause. This Sith family that she's, are from, they have separated from the Sith from the Imperials many generations because they saw how the Sith Order was only focusing on killing Jedi and without, and not, improving their knowledge, does only on warfare, and she doesn't like how they're basically a pawn of, Ingo's family doesn't approve of the Imperials in general. And yes, they will be in the story, like the Jedi Order will be in it. So, this is going to be interesting. So, as, Ingo's practicing, it's like, attack, now. As her mother goes into a swing, as the lightsaber clash, all you see is a bright red light illuminating through the room. As Ingo's mother uses force push, as she gets thrown back, as she jumps on the wall, backflips over Inko's mother as she swings her lightsaber right at her neck and stops before she hits her throat. She's like, excellent, daughter. You have improved greatly. Now it's time, I believe it's time for your first real test. As they get onto their ship, go to an unknown location, an unknown planet in an unknown universe. And she's like, Mother, what are we doing? Daughter, you're going to have, before you become a full-fledged Sith, you're going to have to fight a Jedi. As it's some unknown Jedi and their apprentice. As they land on the ship. They're already on the ship. Sorry, guys. As they're observing the Jedi and her apprentice, his apprentice, as they're investigating, old Jedi ruins. This is basically where this takes place. It's like in the old Republic era, where there's a lot of Sith and there's a lot of Jedi and there's always at war with each other. That's how we're gonna do it. So, as he's like, Mother, shall I kill them both? And she's like, aren't you like eager once, daughter? Very well. I won't. Fair warning, I will not interfere even if you die. Yes, Mother. As she puts her hood back, she puts her hood over her head. The whole Sith hood thing. She's wearing all black. Let's say like the clothes that a Jedi would wear. Instead of it's brown, it's all black, kind of like Anakin's, but fit for a female. As she has she wields let's say 2 lightsabers. One's black and one's blue. Now you're probably wondering, why is she wielding, a blue lightsaber? Because only Jedi's use those. Well, this Sith family, they learn both sides of the Force. Her mother believes that it's a wasted opportunity to focus on one side. If you could truly master both sides of the Force, that means you get more power that way. Like typical Sith think using the light side is weak. But no, once you're once you're able to wield both sides of the Force, you truly become powerful. Because Inko's mother and Inko believes, after the training over years, that there's not one side or other. It's the Force. It's all in one. It's the same thing. It's just how you use it. So, as we begin our battle, as she sneaks her way, she just walks casually up to the Jedi and his Padawan. Master, I feel it. There's a darkness. Like, they feel the darkness from Inko. There's a Sith apprentice. Be on guard. Yes, Master. As they ignite their lightsabers, as Inko walks through out of the forest. Master, it's a Sith. As he's like, Padawan, be on guard. Female Siths are very brutal. They're more brutal and more acidic than a male Sith. Yes, Master. As Inko unleashes both her lightsabers, she's like, come on, Jedi. As she rushes towards them, as she starts to fight between the apprentice and the Jedi Master, as we cut back to her mother. Interesting. She's improved quite a bit. If she survives this, she will make a perfect heir to the family. She's been training her to take over the family because, because she's dying. So, from a rare disease. As she's coughing up blood. I don't have much time. Survive this, daughter. The heir, our bloodline must survive. As we cut to Inko. As they're going from blow to blow, Jedi Master and the Padawan fighting Inko, as she's easily taking them out. As she kills, as she gets, she found an opening, as she stabs the Master in the heart. As the Jedi Master falls down on his knees, she chops his head off. As the Padawan is his eyes are widening. And she's like, you'll pay for this. As, he's getting angry because, he's a Padawan. He's a Padawan. He hasn't gone through the proper, he's still learning, so. He's fresh out of he hasn't been a Padawan for very long, about a week or two. As Inko smiles, as she puts her lightsabers back on her belt, as she's just dodging the lightsaber from the Padawan. As she's like, you're very angry for a Padawan. Such a shame. As she as she jumps back, as she unleashes green lightning, as shocking the Padawan, electrocuting him to death, as he falls to the ground, as his lightsaber hits the ground, as it's there. As Inko's mother, walks over there. She's like, excellent, daughter, excellent. You have passed your final test. Yes, mother, as she bows down. Yes, master. She's like, get up, daughter. Me and you are my equal now. Come, daughter, we have much to learn. I have much to teach you before, as Inko grabs, mother, are you right? We need to get back home. Call the ship. As, she, passed out from whatever unknown disease that she has. I don't know what disease she'll have, because, let's just say it's a force-based disease, just because. So I could do something, so. As the years progress, Inko's mother finally dies when she hit age 20. and she was in her late 40s, as she's on her deathbed. She's like, daughter, don't let the family line die. As she dies, and Inko, will keep that promise. No, her last request. Yes, mother. As they have a traditional Sith funeral. I don't know what that would be, but they do. As she gets buried with her lightsabers. Because they have, her mother uses two lightsabers, so as Inko, so that's how she, she taught her everything she knows about the Force, about the light side, as much as she could teach her. It's over her years. She studied the dark side and the light side when she found like old Jedi ruins. So, old holocrons. Now, if you guys don't know what a holocron is, it's basically a library, like a portable library. That's basically what it is. For teachings for, the light side or the dark side. It depends on if you're a Sith or a Jedi. But, their family used both. So, as you know, over the years, she's came in contact with a young Jedi Master. She's around her, 26. And she's like, as she sees the young Jedi, and she's become quite fascinated with him, obsessed with him. As, Darth Inko, what are we doing here? As they say, you see that? That man interests me. But he's a Jedi. Yes. I want you to, keep tabs on that one. As over, a couple years, that's where she makes her first contact. As she attacks Sashi with her lightsabers. As they're both igniting their lightsabers as they clash. As a bright of red and blue light begins to illuminate the surrounding area. They're in a cave. Inside the cave, and he's like, a Sith? I couldn't feel anything. Because he couldn't feel the dark side, because she's learned how to conceal her presence. As Inko smiles, Jedi Master, I've been observing you. You're quite fascinating. As they begin their fight, as some of her underlings, let's say they're they're not force sensitive, but she has her own, the family has their own little squad of stormtroopers that, left the Imperials when her family did. Over the many generations, as they take out Asashi, mobilize him, as they're about to kill him, and Inko's like, no, I want that one alive. As she smiles, bring him back to my to the interrogated interrogated. I can't pronounce that for some reason. We're to gather information to interrogate. Yeah, the interrogate room at her own base at her own planet. As Asashi finally wakes up, and he's like, "Where am I?" As he's bound. As Inka walks in, Jedi Master, you finally awake. What is your name? I'm quite curious. As he's like, not saying anything to you, Sith. What do you want? Don't be like that, sweetheart. As she touches his face, it's like, this could be quite pleasant for you. Yeah, she sits on him, and yeah, this is how this is going to work. As he finally, tells us, I'm Asashi. And it's like, it's good to meet you, Asashi. Now, I've been watching you for you've been quite fascinating. I think you're worthy. Your seed is worthy, as it would mix well with my genetics. As he's like, what you mean? As, that happens. She basically, forcibly put herself on him and creates, the birds and bees. So, as she gets done playing with them for months, that's to make sure that she gets pregnant. As, she gets Asashi's still, captured. As she gets, the medical droid, Miss Lord Darth Inko, you are with child, as robot voice. She's like, excellent. As ma'am, what do you want to do with the Jedi? Put him in carbonite and transfer him back to the Jedi Council. After all, he's about to be a daddy. As she's rubbing her stomach. As over the years, she gave birth, and we'll cut over to Asashi, to the Jedi Council. He was in carbonite, so they uncarbonated him, like Jedi Master Asashi. As what happened? As the Jedi are really disturbed by this. What happened? He gives his report. It's like, I've never seen a Sith like that before. I don't know why she did that. Something about my, genetics being the perfect match for hers. As he's visibly sick by it. Because, he got raped by, he got taken advantage by Inko. So, that happened. So, as Inko after like 8 months, Inko gives birth to little Izuku. As he has green hair and green eyes. As they check his I forget what they call it. Molecular. Damn it. They check, if he's force sensitive. I forget what they call them. They call it the moleculars, the stuff that's inside the human body that everyone has, more so than the force sensitive. I can't pronounce it right now. My bad. Sorry, guys. As he's quite powerful in the force. As the robot is trying to stick him with a needle. As he crushes the robot with his little baby hand, crushes it. As Inko is smiling, he's like, "That's my baby. Come to mommy." As he's like, "Don't destroy your mommy things." As she's singing him a song. And we're going to stop it there. And next part, we'll go into a little bit of his childhood. Hope you guys have a good night and day, judging my time zones. All right, bye.